In a world ruled by pharaohs, there were women who bent kings, and even empires, to their will. One queen built a temple so grand, her own stepson tried to erase her from history. Another mastered the art of diplomacy, swaying Rome's most powerful men. A third blurred the line between queen and pharaoh, seizing the crown herself. And one mother was so influential that foreign rulers begged for her voice. Who were these women? Powerful enough to rule pharaohs, and sometimes all of Egypt. Nefertiti. Her very name means, "The beautiful one has come." But she was far more than a symbol of beauty. Alongside her husband, Akhenaten, she turned Egypt upside down with a daring religious revolution, abandoning the old gods to worship a single deity, the Aten, the sun disk. In temple carvings, Nefertiti appears the same size as the pharaoh himself, a radical sign of equality in a world of kings. Some believe Nefertiti ruled only beside her husband Akhenaten, but evidence suggests she may have seized the throne herself, ruling Egypt as pharaoh under another name. Centuries later came Cleopatra VII, the last queen of Egypt and one of the most famous women in history. Her name is forever tied to Rome through her liaisons with Julius Caesar and Mark Antony. But behind the romance was ruthless strategy. Cleopatra spoke several languages, commanded fleets, and navigated the dangerous politics of an empire that tried to consume her homeland. She used her charisma as a weapon, but it was her mind that kept Egypt alive against impossible odds. For years, she bent Rome's strongest men to her will, but in the end, she could not bend Rome itself. Long before Cleopatra, a woman shattered every boundary, Hatshepsut. She crowned herself pharaoh, the first great woman to do so in Egyptian history. To legitimize her rule, she dressed as a man, wore the false beard of kings, and carved her image in stone among the rulers of Egypt. Her reign was one of peace and prosperity. She opened trade routes, commissioned massive monuments, and built the magnificent temple of Deir el-Bahari, still standing in glory today. So powerful was her legacy that her stepson Thutmose III tried to erase her name and even outbuild her temples, proof of a power that haunted him long after she was gone. And then there was Tiye, wife of Amenhotep III and mother of Akhenaten. Tiye was no passive consort. She advised her husband in matters of state and religion, and her influence only grew with time. We know her power not from myth, but from letters. Foreign rulers addressed her directly, asking for her counsel, pleading for her intervention. To them, she was more than a queen. She was Egypt itself. Tiye's life shows us that even when women were not on the throne, they could command respect across nations. Nefertiti, Cleopatra, Hatshepsut, Tiye. They were queens, mothers, strategists, visionaries. They were women who ruled pharaohs, and at times ruled Egypt itself. Their names remind us that in the land of pyramids and gods, power did not always wear the face of a king. Sometimes it wore the crown of a queen.